Welcome everybody to the fan1701 show. Let me get my finger pointed in the right direction here. Lonesome Garage, that's me. Just wanting to wave a hand and say good evening. Hello, E-Tard. Glad you could make it in. You want to come in, fan will send you a thing. I'm running behind tonight, as usual. I'm just, my feet's dragging. I've been getting ready to set up for the weather coming in. It's supposed to be pretty bad. And I see
Yeah.
Sam's got his nightly cup of coffee.
Oh yeah. Gotta have that. That's the only reason I'm sitting here.
Uh, I got a bottle of the Super Purple.
I need a bottle of Super Purple. I haven't checked the weather in a while. It's raining here though.
I'm just ready for it
Probably
to
we're
be.
out of the danger area for now.
Let's see here. Hey, Dorito. We're dragging our feet tonight. Just bear with us. I was going to show you something.
Yep. I don't think they're.
Well,
I was trying to get weather up here, but I've barely got enough internet.
I think it's so darn bright. I can't get it to show.
I gotta move my phone. I'll be right back.
All right. It's still too bright. When I tried to send out the Gmails, fans, I tried to send him one. Address not found. DNS error 169 Look up a Gmail response with code NERR.
Sorry about that.
It sent me another message that my Gmail had failed again. So yeah, we'll throw one up in there here in just a second. We're still trying to get our P's and Q's together. I got to do a post here if I can get it up and going. Fine, I've lost fan again. It's gonna be a bad night for internet, it looks like. Let's see here. Your channel. Come on. Come on. Let's see if we can get everything rock and rolling here in just a minute, guys. Add. All right. Share to here. Correct. Post. I'm surprised mine's even working at all tonight the way it's been showing out the past couple of days. Sorry for the delay, guys. As you can see, it's well, you can't see, but anyway, it's going roundy round. Lost fan again, guys. Mm-hmm. Where's that other one I've been posting at? And he's back in the basement again. We're gonna have to get us some equipment.
It's working, I think. Yeah, we need a satellite uplink or something.
Yep.
This wireless stuff is not working well.
No.
Probably because probably because of the storms and everybody's at home on their internet all at one time.
That's very true. I'm just waiting on the. Second, one more to go.
I was trying to bring up the weather, and then it just, because I was wanting to see what the storms were doing. I think it's tomorrow night. They're supposed to get bad here.
85% chance in thunderstorms tomorrow. Here. I hope it don't get bad. I don't enjoy that no more.
They
They run into the pit.
it's just rain. Looks like Oklahoma's getting pounded.
Well, if it's just rain, we'll be all right. That one you sent me earlier with that big red splotch had me worried on it.
Yeah, that was from NOAA. That's the risk map, I think, for tomorrow. We're kind of on the outside edge of it. That's why I don't do live stuff. Yeah, I hear you, Colts. That's
Colts.
the phone-based internet is sketchy here at best. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised it's working myself. It broke down on me the other night. It just got worse and worse till it quit. I had to get completely off the stream at Doritos. But I was there most of the show, so.
All right.
You about to get her done now?
I'm getting there. Bub shared it out for me again, so maybe we'll be good to go.
Good deal.
If I could, my chat's not moving. Hey, Coach, I see you up there now. Hello, the paid curious, Evan. Legends could come in tonight.
What are you doing, Etard? I seen Etard posting. Hanging out with the kiddos?
It's probably going to be a short stream tonight, Pan. I've got like 76% on my box over here, so it'll go to fail in about 35.
Yeah. No, it's okay. Hey,
hello, Wiggs.
What are you doing?
Thank you for stopping by, man.
We're trying to do our Saturday night thing. I don't think either of us will feel all that well, but we're here. So, what's everybody working on?
Yeah, what's everybody into this lovely day? Uh-oh, I just got a message from somebody. Oh, never mind. Netflix. Yeah.
Doing okay, bro? I hope.
I'm a doing. What about you?
Oh, I know
Mr. Wiggs is a fine gentleman over there hiding over at his house. He needs to come on the stream with us one night.
Yeah, he probably will when things settle down a little bit more.
Yeah. Hello, Drifty. What's up, man?
Hey, Drifty.
I've been playing with the screen effects on this thing again.
Yes,
the live show. Hit that thumbs up, guys.
That's how you. That's how you figure it out.
Uh, no, we just. I'm just trying. I'm still trying to figure out all this mess with the StreamYard. I'm learning. Now, if I can figure out why my email don't work, I'll be learning better.
About the time you get it figured out, we'll have to move to something else, probably, right?
Every time. Every time.
So it happens to me. I haven't. I didn't work on nothing today. I've been working on a 318
A 318 John Deere.
John Deere. Good deal.
Oh man.
I worked on my shop yesterday a little bit. Trying to get it cleaned up where I can video out there some too.
Is the video quality any better tonight than it's been a being?
Not on my screen.
Okay.
That's like see this is a light source. What's shining on me?
Okay.
I got a light actually shining on me, or I'd look like like I used to, where it was real shadow.
Yeah. Hello, Mama.
Hey, Mama. Happy Easter.
To you.
I'm getting close to the end of my 4-wheeler build, so hopefully when things loosen up, I can get to put the last bit of doings on it. I've already been riding it around here quite a bit.
That seems a little better, not much.
I sent my brother a picture or two of it.
So
Coming a long ways.
how are we coming with the shop? Are we about ready to broadcast from out there?
Yeah, I could be out there. Really, only thing keeping me from it would be the rain would make so much noise out there right now. But if it wasn't raining, yeah, I could be out there now.
So we need to get a few rolls of insulation and stuff up in the ceiling. Hello, Batman.
Probably. Hey, Batman. Yep. Be safe in those storms. Yep.
Appreciate you coming by. Salute,
man. What I'm reading about the storms, Batman, is they're going to be anything's possible with them, as far as long track storms with large hail, and could be bad tornadoes that hang around that don't, just drop and then take off. So that's a possibility, is what they were calling for on the storm spotter. We're on the western edge of the picture I sent you, Lonesome. And I guess probably, Wig, you're probably right on the edge of it too, but just on the inside edge of it. Let's see. I think I took that picture off of here. Yeah, here we go. Let me bring up the other one.
I have 6 eggs. I break 2. I fry 2. I eat 2.
This is from Noah. So, well, I guess you're not on the red edge. It's not quite as bad as it was earlier.
No,
but I mean, that's still
bad.
Enhanced on the chart. If I could get it still, it'd help.
Yep, that moves on through. That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, that's why I sent you a picture of it, because I understand. That's my internet's been kind of messed up like that too.
Mine's always messed up, so I just deal with it best I can.
What I usually do is I click on the video and click the little 3 dots.
Yeah.
And then you can set your resolution down, and it'll help.
Okay.
You set it down to like, if you have to go all the way to 144, sometimes you can at least hear good if you can't, even if it's a little blurry. But since we're just visiting and not really doing anything technical, you know, it don't hurt nothing to watch it in 144. I have to do that quite a bit.
Is that better on my end? It's still grainy, but
Yeah, you just need to get a good light source. If oops, it's not plugged in there.
well, I just need to get me some money up. Yeah, it looks like
that's the regular 3 lights in here, and then I got a small light up there. I plug this one in, which I'm gonna get that one moved onto that switch, and that way you can see a little better. The only bad part is it shines off the shiny spot in my head.
Oh, thank you, Etard. I'm glad somebody thinks my beautiful physique looks good.
It looks fine. That's just plenty good enough. I just turn on some extra lights to try to, or I'm not sitting in a bad shadow.
I don't have any extra lights in the living room. I was going to do it in the shop tonight, but too much pollen.
Yeah.
And I'm not going up there and wearing look like a robber during the whole stream.
Yep. It was bugging me from the mowing I done. I finally had to go down by the bottom of the hill.
We got neighbor bought a Suzuki 230S Sport.
Yeah.
Well, at some point, somebody has played with that engine because it don't run like the 230S's I rode.
Yeah, you just use some 1500 grit sandpaper and run the buffer up there, and it shines like a new penny.
Oh, good, Coach. You got your transaxle back together. I know that the live axle you're putting in was giving you a little bit of fits the other day when I watched. But he got that 230S. They brought the carburetor down here to get me to look at it for him, see what was going on. I got that straightened out. It's going to have a valve adjustment, and needs head gaskets, needs vent capes, breather clean, of course.
Yeah.
And third gear romp on it, and she'll stand up and walk the dog with you. Back 2 tires all the way.
What year is it?
It's
an older one, ain't it?
Yeah, it's the older ones. It's one of the first ones.
They're light in the front. Those bikes are light in the front. They wheelie good.
Let's see here.
I could hear after Etard's muffler mod, you could hear the valves clicking on the 50. But that's okay. Clicking means they ain't burning.
Exactly.
So,
let's see. He was supposed to send me
that.
He didn't.
The moto was clicking pretty good too. And when I went to adjust them, I did the exhaust. And when I moved over to take the cap off the intake, there was no adjuster on it at all.
Are you serious?
The nut adjuster was just not there. And it was still running. It was running like that.
Oh, those aren't clicking. Somebody's been fooling with it, and I think they're too tight. What I think it is.
Might be. It's hard to start. Won't idle.
It won't idle at all. They
Yep.
got them too tight. I was playing with that thing up there. It's got 1-wheel brake on it.
Yep. It's easy to adjust those.
Yeah. There's no plastics on it. It's just a raw frame, a seat, and a gas tank. And it had 1-wheel brake on the right front. And I told them, I said, guys, I said, don't take this the wrong way. I love you enough to tell you this. I don't want to catch you on this thing again till the brakes is fixed, the valves is adjusted, and it's idling right.
Yeah, because they're gonna break it.
I said, I love you. That's some of the kids that growed up with my daughter, went to school with her. And I just flat told them, I said, I love you. I said, but I'm going to tell you the way it is. I said, you don't touch this thing anymore, I said, I done tested it coming up through there. I said, that was a third wheel pull. I
Yeah,
lifted the front end and rode it all the way up the hill on the back tires. Said it's too dangerous. The back brakes aren't even working on it. And
those
you need
boxes.
those more than anything.
Yeah, those boxes are light in the front because the engine sets far back. A
Boy,
person really needs to put about 20 pounds up there on the front. Then it, of course, the wheelies aren't instant. It wouldn't be instant then.
I tell you what, I
All
mean,
right, Tarn.
all it done in first and second, all it done was sit there and spin all the way through it. When I hit third, it picked the front end up and towed it. Hit fourth, it picked the front end up and towed it. Hit fifth, it picked the front end up and towed it. By then, I was done running about 75, 80 miles an hour. I told them I didn't want to catch them on it until the
Bikes.
brakes was fixed.
That
Sent
bike
Jonathan and
shouldn't go that
if
fast.
John's are listening, I sent my buddy a link, one that we fooled with the old Ford pickup with.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, I don't want catchings on it till you just get this thing fixed more. And I'm telling them now that because I love them like they're my own kids.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the way I feel about it. I don't want to see them hurt, and that thing get you hurt quick.
Yeah. At least get some brakes.
I've got an extra thing, yeah. It's, believe it or not, it being a 230, it'll run pretty close to that 250. And it rails, it sounds like a two-stroke revving up. It's got that two-stroke chatter to it, even though it's a overhead valve engine. It's a beast. It's a beast. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, definitely.
that's true.
Well, that and there, I have a feeling if you had a good bite on the ground, it'd flip over backwards real quick.
They will on a hill for sure. Firefighter buddy of mine had his grandpa had one, and it was nothing. All you had to do is scoot back a little bit and give it gas, and it'd wheelie.
I was sitting on top of the tank when I done it, and she was toting me as big as I am. It was toting me and lifting the wheels in third and fourth and fifth.
Sound like somebody's messed with it.
It's a house. I believe somebody's bored it out, and the cam don't sound like a normal cam in that thing.
Was it a quad racer or a quad runner?
It is a sport, is what it says
A
it is.
sport. That's probably the runner.
It's I think it's got a daggone. It sounds more. It runs more like the quad racer engine, though. I wonder if they hadn't transferred the parts off of a quad racer or a whole engine or something and put on that thing. It was basically being built from what I've seen. Oh
That's
yeah, any of you
possible.
guys from my hometown, if you're watching tonight, I'm waving a hand at you guys. I went in the Walmart the other day and ran across Pete. He said, "Hey man, I caught your live stream." Well, that done my old heart good to know actually somebody from hometown was watching. So, and I've had several people come up to me, "Hey man, I'm glad you're posting that on Facebook. Now we can come watch you. Gives us something to do." Oh man, this weather front's coming in, it's messing with me pretty bad.
Yep. And it looked like, well, I
It's
lost
a
my picture.
230S, so that should be the sport engine, but it don't run like a sport engine. I've rode the sports before, and I've run the racer ones before, and that racer one it runs about like that racing bike I had. It was it was CL's, and he brought it up here and left it. Thought I'd take it over to the local racetrack and run it over there. I was afraid I was going to break it. When he brought it here, it had 1 mile on it, and he was forever trying to get me to run that thing.
I haven't such a problem with that.
And he took it back home because I wouldn't ride it. I didn't ride it 2 or 3 times because it wasn't the fact that I was scared of it. It was the fact that I was afraid I was going to tear the thing all to pieces.
Was it this bike?
Oh, let's see. Let me put it up here. No, it was. This one is the blue seat. It's got the blue frame with the white fairings on it.
Okay.
All right, Wig. Good night, man. I'm glad you could come in.
Good night, bro. Take care. Be safe. Be careful. Be safe.
Let's see.
There we go.
I'm gonna go ahead and post up in the chat there, fan, the link.
Yeah.
If somebody wants to come on, if I remember how. There we go. Okay, guys, here's the link to come in if you want to come in. I'm still new and learning all this crap. If we know you, we'll let you in. Byron, I don't know if you're watching tonight or not, man, but if you are, hey, brother. According to what I read on it, it's a 230S frame, but it is wicked for a 230S, and it's all engine in that frame. I mean, they ain't
Yeah.
nowhere around it. I'm afraid to try to pull anything up and split it on this computer because I haven't learned how to do that yet.
I was trying to find it.
Hello, Bubs. Glad you could come in, man. You want to join
Hey, Bubs.
any of you that's on here right now? Links in the
Yeah.
chat there.
I seen a picture of my old 3-wheeler. One like I had the Suzuki 3-wheeler.
There's a guy got one. The boy didn't get hurt on the bike, even though the plastic and stuff was gone.
Yeah.
So he give $100 for it, and it's worth what he give for the thing.
Yeah. Well, it's running, so that's going to be worth something. He just needs to find him a. Set of brakes.
I don't know if they'll work or not. I've got a spare set for mine, but I don't know if they're the same or not. We can put on the back and get that part working anyway. And that's where it really needs it at. There's no hide left on the shoes back there. It can't move. The cylinder can't move enough when you hit the hydraulics to make it squeeze. The left front, I'm pretty sure it's going to have to be bled out. What's wrong with it? If they hadn't got it plugged off.
Yeah, he may have it plugged off.
You know how some people like to lock one side down and cut donuts?
That's possible, Etard. That's kind of what I was wondering with that kind of power he's talking about.
I tell you what, it's fast, boys. I rode the 230 racing bike. I rode the one that I was going to take up to the meet with me. That's supposed to be a fast bike, and it was fast. But that one that I rode, that 230 racing bike, it was right there neck and neck with that other one.
I need to tackle my front brakes. I got my back ones working just fine. It needs it, and on that 4-wheeler, it's just a little round tablet looking thing.
Yeah.
Which is really not enough. I mean, as far as to deal with the weight. It'll lock up the brakes.
They
But
like I used to do. Go get you a set of wore out car shoes that was about half wore out.
mhm,
Smack up and take a hole saw and make you a set.
I guess you could.
I've done it.
I don't see why it wouldn't work.
Worked real good. I've took them and got them hot and melted the glue on them. Took a torch
Mhm.
and melted the glue. There's Mr. Squirrel in the chat room. Do we need to let a squirrel in the house? They
Uh,
have a tendency to break things. Hello,
we live in
squirrel.
the South. I guess so.
What's happening?
Hey,
Hello.
man.
Hey, I just popped in for a minute. I'm going to get ready and eat some dinner. I wanted to show you guys a picture. I'm going to do the second pop. Well, I don't think I can do it like that this time. So I'll just show it through here. Oh, Luch ran into somebody and helped somebody escape from prison. This face
Yeah.
look familiar?
Yeah, but I can't place it.
Joe Exotic.
I don't know. I don't know who that is. Who is that?
That's the lion dude that everybody's hemming and hawing about right now.
I don't know a thing about that line, dude. Honestly, I don't ever watch TV.
Oh, what?
It's Joe Exotic.
I like drum
Lion
brakes.
dude.
E-Tart.
Oh,
I like drum brakes. They work fine. But I grew up with drum brakes, so and lock the tires up. I mean, that's all I needed to do. I think it's probably easier to work on when they're fluid, but less to break.
oh yeah. Well, I'm thinking about it. My mom's swinger. Tomorrow's Easter and tomorrow's her birthday. So happy birthday, Mama.
Happy birthday, Mama.
Happy birthday, Mama.
Good night, Urban. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you, sir, for coming
Happy
in.
Easter.
I appreciate it.
Can't get my hat to. There.
We just need to get you a beanie. Look like Jughead walking around.
I'm
Oh,
cool with
Bree.
a Jughead beanie. I'd love
Bree.
to have a Jughead beanie.
Hey, E-Tart Bubs, I want to get this running so y'all can ride it.
Yeah, no, not the Lion King. He's Joe Exotic. He's the Tiger King.
The tiger. Oh,
I'm sorry, I
man.
messed up
didn't
when I
know
said
what you
Lion
was
King.
talking
The Tiger
about.
King, Joe Exotic.
I didn't know what you was talking about.
I had never seen him until a commercial was on that where they were doing some kind of. I actually got to watch a little bit of the History Channel, and they run a commercial. I think it was for another network that was doing some kind of look into whatever that mess is going on with him.
Yeah, he's in prison. Luch broke him out.
Now, I like the guy that was he was the pest. He came to your house and did the exterminations, but he liked to save them and take them off alive. And
Yeah,
got-
I know who you're talking about. I remember.
he got in trouble for medicinal herb,
Yeah,
which I thought was a really sad reason for him to cancel his show because he had a good little old show.
yeah, that was the exterminator guy. Yes,
I
know
can't even think of the
who
name
you're
of it
talking
anymore. That was a good show. I liked it.
about. Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, he was real particular about trying to save as many animals and stuff as he could. Yes.
Yeah, take them and bring them back and keep them. This hat's driving me nuts now. I'm just
All right.
fine.
Hello, Drifty. Welcome to the
Hey,
chat,
what's up,
brother.
brother? I can't
Hey,
say how long. Hey, what's up? I can't say
How's
how
it
long
going?
my phone's about dead.
I understand.
But I was doing pretty good on that lowrider until I found out the cab wasn't no count. So now I'm gonna switch everything over to that. I got another truck, so I'll get it done.
What kind of truck?
And that my 99 S10.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna bag it. I took everything off the 94 that was bagged. put it on the 99.
Okay. Was
Yeah,
it still? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What is it?
I was just gonna say, and it still had the what? Does it have the 4-cylinder or the V6 or?
Yeah, 4-cylinder. I'm gonna put a 4-cylinder with a turbo on it.
Okay.
With
Yeah.
dual exhaust.
Those motors are tough. They'll probably handle it.
Yeah, which I'm gonna be putting a new engine in it, so I'm gonna build it for, in case I want to have a little fun with it, or if I just want to cruise.
Yeah. I like that.
I like the sound of that, Ricky. I do.
And if you behave, it'll get awesome fuel mileage. And if you misbehave, you'll have a lot of fun.
Yeah, I know, right?
So are you gonna do the chopping on the frame like for the bags?
Yeah.
You're gonna do the little.
Well, see, I've got the piece of junk they made, but I thought about taking some of it and putting it from the front of the wheel back of what they did, but I'm gonna put my frame on the outside. I'm gonna put more or less set it on the inside of it, but I need to know where to cut it in order to, make that one fit. That's the problem I'm having.
I can see if I can get you some pictures. I've seen there's some people around here that's got a couple of the newer S10s that have the cutaway in the bed that's got where the frame's chopped and raised up where the bag's set. I can see if I can get some pictures of that for you, so you can see if I can get somebody to just jack one up and snap some pictures of it.
Well, see, I got a tubbed bed.
Oh, okay.
Tubbed and everything, but I just don't know how to. I want to measure twice and cut once.
I heard that.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to measure once and cut it and then mess it all up.
Right.
Then I have to get in a frame.
That's the good part about metal. You can put metal back together when you cut it.
Yeah.
If something goes wrong, you can just zip it back up, do it again.
Yeah, there's a lot of mini trucks out here, man. That's for sure.
Well, ever since I was 10 years old, I always wanted one. Well, I got a chance to getting one, so I took it, and it left me in a big headache.
Yeah.
So hopefully I can get it at ease.
What we done, Drifty, on them things, because we was going to do away with the springs anyway. I clipped the back half of the spring off, done away with it.
Yeah.
And let the frame hit. And I could mark my center line where the back end hit the frame. And then I put my C-notch around that area. Just the way I used to do it. But that's me. I always try to do everything the hard way.
Well, see, the way I'm wanting to do it is put the C-notch in there, then cut out that access that I don't need.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Where do I need to cut it or put the C-notch in, before I cut it?
That's why I put the mark on the frame. That way, when you put your C-notch up there, you can line the center where the bag sets to the center of where the axle sets.
Hey boys, don't make me go get my T-Rex outfit. I thought about doing that. We're doing one live stream and be walking around in a T-Rex outfit.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Well, we're gonna get crazy. I could bust out with a whoop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to see my wolf. It's scary. It's got blood on its fangs and everything. I mean, it's real bad.
Mine's a lot less scary.
How low are you planning to go with that thing?
Oh, mine's sitting plumb on the ground.
Okay, so you're going to have to.
Ready for your examination?
All right, guys. You're going
That's going to make me look for a big old trash bag.
Look at this, guys. This is where it mounts to the steering wheel.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
When you pull it towards the steering wheel, the thing that your cable goes to, it looks like it's moving the wrong way.
Is that over your paddle shifter?
The flat side goes toward you, right?
I believe so. I don't know.
Yeah, the flat side goes
Yeah.
towards him. The cable bracket will sit behind,
Yeah.
and then it'll pull,
So,
and it'll be like it. Yeah, that's gonna be turned just as backwards as it can be, for some reason.
The only way it would work,
If the cable was running
hole
from the
right here.
front,
that hole right there
yeah.
lines up with.
Okay.
that would
that-
still be
that would
awkward,
be-
though.
Yeah,
wouldn't
you'd
that be
be.
your throttle
Oh, this is the clutch.
on the clutch?
Now, if the cable come in from the bottom and stuck through there and your barrel went on the other side,
Other side of this.
that would make it pull the right way.
Yeah.
It just works backwards. It pulls the cable away from the barrel instead of the barrel away from the cable.
That's what I was.
Hey, Nacho Dad.
Will it still work if you slide if the cable's attached to your steering wheel somehow, and you pull the clutch and it slides the casing back? Will it still pull the clutch?
I think so.
Yeah, the casing's not going to actually move except there at the steering wheel itself.
I'm looking
Because
for a
you're
cable.
fastened with a couple of nuts on the other end.
So
Yeah,
these nuts.
that right there will hold still. Just then the steering rod goes in the center, right?
Yeah, the steering rod. This is where your steering wheel will bolt
Yeah.
straight to this. I don't know how the cable would fit between this and the steering wheel.
You just about have to dadgum drill a hole and run
Yeah,
the
that's
cable up the shaft and around and through the steering wheel, the way that's set up.
Yeah, this was free. He wanted $40 for it. Couldn't sell it, so he gave it to me.
Okay, so if you pull on, it'll still work.
Maybe.
Well,
Should
you,
still work.
you know,
I mean-
to me, Bubs, it's a part you don't need and it won't work. So
Basically, only has that much turn, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it shouldn't be a binding problem or nothing.
that's cool as heck, dude.
Yeah. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I got the motor put together over there.
Bubs looks
Right.
like a unibunger.
You know, we all got our day jobs.
Yep.
So,
Raining on anybody else?
do what?
Is it raining on anybody else or just here?
No, it's actually nice out.
It's
It was-
getting ready to start here tomorrow.
Our rain just stopped today. It's been raining for the past few days. You're getting ready to get pelted, fam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You usually get what we get.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get pelted because it's
Well-
been gnarly
well-
for the week out here.
If I pray for snow up there, well, that means I'll get it, right?
Huh?
Maybe so.
I
We
usually
don't need snow, Drifty. Please, no more snow, no more rain. Well, we need to.
Looks like ours is coming out of Texas this time.
Yeah.
That's usually the good ones.
Yeah.
It's funny, Drifty. Usually when we get our storms here within 2 days, Fan usually gets the same thing and about the blunt of it.
And then I
Yeah.
get it the day after Fan gets it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, I got a friend that lives in Missouri, and he calls me 2 days ahead. You know, he's got storms over there. He calls
Yep.
me. He's like, "Well, in a couple of days you're gonna get storms." Like, how you know that? He's like, "Cause I got it right now."
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that's why Fan
This
does
was-
me that way.
I sent him this that was showing the risk for thunderstorms, hail, and tornadoes.
Oh yeah.
So
That means Doug will get it pretty good down there, huh?
yeah, he's in a bad spot for it. I'm hoping that changes a little bit and settles down, but
It's all like cold weather that's
Okay.
coming through.
Yeah.
Anybody that's watching that's never watched our live stream before, I'm Lonesome Garage. The one in the center top, that's fan1701. A good friend of mine out in Missouri, Arkansas. Next is Dorito, another good friend. He's out in Cali.
I diddly diddly.
The one with the face mask on in the corner here, that's Bubba's Vacation. And then over here on the corner, the one hiding in the dark room, that's Drifty Stevens, another cool cat. So all of you should check them out.
Yes. Check it out.
Hey Dorito, if you add me on Facebook, I'll send you some videos of what I'm showing you. What I'm talking about.
Oh,
Hey,
it
Drifty.
takes a while for me to add stuff on my Facebook because I really don't pay too much attention to it. You can ask Bubs, you can ask Lonesome, you can ask Fan.
Well, I mean, I know y'all are, know how to weld better than I do and measurements and stuff.
Oh, I don't know how to weld. What's up? You talking to me? I don't know how to weld, bro. I know how to take two sticks and get some bubble gum and go pooey.
That's pretty much still the same.
Yeah.
Yep, that's one thing. Hey, Drifty, you've added me to one of my Facebooks.
Oh yeah, I think I did.
Lonesome is he's got them Facebooks.
I got Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
I got Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and Snapchat.
I got Snapchat too. I forgot about that.
I just started responding on a lot of more stuff on Facebook just because of the motorcycles, and that's the only reason. Arr.
Yeah, I'm ready
when
tomorrow.
I was like 14 years old, my friend had a 750 street bike. He said, "Here, drive this." Yeah, I drove it right into a fence.
Oh, Jesus.
Doing a wheelie.
It happens.
Yeah, I've definitely had my share of crashes too. We all have. That's for sure. I think E-Charge more than many. E-Charge got what we call a speed pass. Yeah, like they have at Disneyland.
Yeah.
He's got a speed pass at the ER. He just scans and they just run him right through.
Hey, man, we was talking about getting some of them industrial casters that swivels.
Yeah.
To bench with. A guy got them on Facebook Marketplace. 8 of them, $25.
How big?
It looks like they're about a 4 or 6 inch caster.
No. Excellent. They're expensive. Now, if y'all never looked at the price of casters,
Oh, trust me, I have.
they go up in price quick.
Dude.
When I bought the ones to make the wheelie bars out of for the back of Crazy Thing, I bought the steel ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
I regret that. I wished I'd went ahead and bought the rubber coated ones with the steel centers.
Mm-hmm.
So it has something to hold to, because it still gets squirrely when it lifts up, it kicks out for you.
I've got some on the arcade machine where I can roll it out because it's heavy.
You want to talk about an expensive caster, and I know this is going to sound but 4-wheel dollies. You know how I go through those things. I snap them all the time. I pull these casters off of them for that exact reason, because of the cost of them. The ones that have the rubber and then the bearing on it,
Mm-hmm.
these suckers are expensive, man.
Yeah,
They're not
Yeah.
Mini Moto.
When you get them that got tires on them this big, they're they're really expensive.
Yeah, and then when they get pneumatic, that's when they're more money.
Yeah.
I'd rather have the solids, but man,
Yeah.
hey, he got his
Oh,
pipe out.
That's
Yeah,
my
it looks
next.
It's
Hey,
like a
man.
commercial for the stomach bypass surgery or something.
That's what my daughter said. She come in there and said, "What's that thing on your desk? It looks like a stomach."
It is. It's a stomach for dinosaur squeezins.
Yeah, I know, right?
There you go, Bubs. There's your thing. There's the color match. Get some high heat paint, do a ceramic coat, and
Yeah.
get it airbrushed up to look like intestines.
There you go.
Get little loopy stuff on it and stuff to make it look like intestines.
It's got it's a
Ceramic
pro circuit pop. Pro circuit, baby.
Hey, fan.
Yes, sir.
You know we was talking about go-karts being so expensive.
About what?
Go-karts being so expensive.
Yes.
I found one for $40.
Ooh.
Supposed to jump on that.
Yeah, nice.
You got to have this to jump on it with.
I understand that too.
And you know what it looks like, don't you?
What's that?
Like the one you got sitting out there in your yard.
The Earth Dog or the Manco?
The Yerf dog.
Jump
That's
on
cheaper.
it.
Yeah,
If you
jump on it.
to me.
I sent E-Turn a link that was on Redbeard's Facebook thing. Somewhere in Tennessee, they had it was a Chow Jeep buggy and also a 150 type buggy like mine. They were haggard. They needed to be redone, but the guy was like he wanted $700. Our best offer, our trade. So I sent it to E-Tard and sent it to Batman because it's Chow. Lonesome has all those parts.
What is it again?
It was a Jeep like my daughter's,
Yeah.
and then a 150 buggy like this. I think it was a carbide or something like that. It just has a different front end or a hammerhead. The front end just looks a little bit different.
Yeah.
It's the same type of front end. It just had different plastic on it. It was like $700 for them. They both needed to run. Definitely needed some work on them. But the guy he said $700. Our best offer, our trade. So usually trade with E-Tard and Bubs when they hear that word. It's depending on how far it is from them in Tennessee. I'm sure.
Yeah.
So
We know how to trade.
yeah.
Hey, you got it. It's up there close to Young's, Bubs.
I see that.
But I gotta get off here, guys. I'll catch up with y'all on your next live stream.
All
All
right.
right.
Appreciate it, Drifty.
All right. Love you, brother.
Coming in,
See you,
man.
Drifty.
Thanks for coming
You're
in.
welcome. You're welcome. All right,
Let's see
bye.
if I can find it.
My daughter's looking for a 2-seater go-kart for the kids.
Well, there's two seaters. It was this. It's a guy, Jason Martin, in the RBG Red Beard community for go-kart small engines.
Now,
He's in mid-Tennessee.
Where's Pendergrass at?
I don't know.
I mean, they definitely need some work. I don't know if that. I sent it to E-Tard. I'll send it to you right now. Bubs.
It's hard to buy any more projects at this point.
Yeah,
Yes, it
it said our trade.
We've got a whole garage full of projects. The only project I would probably buy is if it was a spider box at a good deal.
Yeah.
It said our trade. That's why I'm just doing that one. You know what I mean? You guys are hagglers, bro.
Right.
So, that $700 value for him might be $50 as some sort of gold that you guys have to him. You know what I mean?
We got all kinds of junk.
Hey,
Yeah. So,
did you see that offset shifter cart
Mm-mm.
for sale? Comes with 3 engines, frame, seat, tires, the bearings and all, best I can tell. It's $500. Wait a minute. Let's look at this.
Byron
yeah,
came in.
one video, Redbeard scared the sheepolia out of me where Lonnie was on that thing and he got it up and just went. You could see the oh my god moment when Lonnie was driving that thing.
What was he driving?
Oh, that Redbeard, that Redbeard cart where they got it up to like 62 miles an hour. And,
Yeah, going down the side road.
Yeah, and Lottie, you can see the oh my god moment. When Lottie, you can see his legs and his arm, and you can see his arm flinch a little bit, and his leg flinch a little bit. It was a definite, had to be a punker moment because that car went like that. He was
That's
moving.
the high speed shimmies.
Yeah,
They get that. They get that when you get to a certain speed.
yeah, that's scary, man.
Those parts are so touchy on the steering. At any rate of speed on a straight road, and you just barely move the steering wheel.
Yeah. Well, I think that was more of a rut thing, to be honest with you. When the way it was, you could tell it was something that it wasn't him doing. It just kind of grabbed something real quick, and it was like, whoa.
Hey, Bubs,
Yes, sir.
what about a crazy cart?
We thought about building one of those.
There's a guy got one on Marketplace at Dawsonville, Georgia for $75.
I want to do like the guys did on that YouTube channel that they took cars, front wheel drive cars, and made crazy carts out of them.
Now, I might have something sitting right down here to be up your alley.
I think my next project, I've been watching videos here lately. I want to get a geo tracker and build it on the channel. Dovetail the front and the rear, or dove nose it, whatever comes in, and put like 32s on it. Just cruise through the woods.
Yeah.
It's like a
I
poor
wouldn't mind
breaker.
this samurai.
They get expensive for 4-wheel drive ones.
Yeah, I like the Samurais, but the Samurai's older. You feel like you're driving an older truck, and they're real bad to rust around here for some reason.
Yeah.
Those trackers feel like you're driving a Honda Civic when you sit in them because they're all kind of new dash, air conditioning, comfortable.
The same with the Daihatsu Rocky. Remember those?
Yes.
Yeah, those I like too.
I used to buy
I
those.
fell out of back one of those at about 45 miles an hour.
Back then, you could buy them for $600-700.
Yeah. I had a nice Samurai for a while. It was lifted and low range gears. Actually, I traded it for my Toyota rock crawler. If y'all seen it on my Facebook page.
I almost bought one that was already jacked up and everything.
Yeah.
But it would smoke the yard up when you started it. I'm talking about you couldn't. It looked like you're sitting there burning the tires off. It just billowing white. I know it had a head gasket or something going on. Ford Fiesta.
Yeah, that's the one they put the caster like thing on and made the crazy cart out of. Sounds so much fun.
All right, Colts.
Colts.
Thank you.
Was.
Good night, Colts. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate it.
I still want just a Ford Pinto, either a hatchback or a wagon, and I just want to lift it. Just 2-wheel drive. I just want to lift it and put a little lift kit on it and a little bit bigger tires. Not something that's going to go tearing up the mud or the mountains, but something that you can go up some trails on.
I cut a baby blue one up for the front end.
Yeah.
Rapid pinion disc brakes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just want to, I like it. That's sad, isn't it? Is it sad that I like the Ford Pinto?
I didn't like them back then, and I still don't.
Yeah.
But they were all right. I just didn't get one.
Yeah, not one that just stock sitting normal on the road. I want to get one that and lift it up and put some, some like at least 30s, 32s on it. You know what I mean? Bigger size, dual terrain tires. AMC Eagle, those are cool.
I had 2 of those. We bought 2 at one time.
I had one.
Open the hood, and it's all Jeep under there.
AMC, was that the 4-wheel drive station wagons?
Yes.
Those were cool.
They're bad. I'd love to drive one just to see what it's like.
I had one of them. It was the V8 version.
That's what I was just fixing to ask, what power plant they come with.
That had a 304 in it. They come with the small V8 and
That's
the inline 6.
Yeah, they came. Wasn't it a slant 6?
No.
No, inline. Okay.
inline. The slant six was your old model Dodges and stuff.
Yeah.
The Tercels were good little cars, but the worst problem we had with the Tercels was the head gasket would blow between the center two cylinders, but it wasn't nothing to fix them. So
I had an ex-girlfriend who had the Tercels bastard child, the Paseo.
Oh,
Remember that car?
yeah, I know that car.
Paseo.
They were not bad, but they were tiny.
You couldn't sit in the back seat. You couldn't. I tried getting in the back seat of that thing one time, and I was like, I'm not even going to go. Like, you know,
that's one of them
your friend
yoking.
is going to have to get in another car.
That's one of them yoking the back up, throw the seat out, and put your groceries back there, and leave the trunk for the spare tire.
Yeah, that poor thing, man. It was more like scoot the driver's seat all the way back, and it was still a tight fit. And then there was no back seat. You might as well be sitting in the back seat. That was a small car. Handled like a dream, though, for a little while.
I'm gonna do like these guys on here, free jet ski removal.
Hey, there you go.
2,400.
Put that screen up there, Lonesome. Picture of that samurai I had.
Oh, okay. Let me see if I can get my 50 over here. There you go.
That's nice.
It was fun.
Yeah. You don't find Sammys out here for cheap, man. If you want to get a Sammy, it's, even one that's not in the greatest of shape is going to be at least $2,000.
Oh, Byron.
Yeah, well, I had fun in it. It's one of those that you get that's got a blowed head gasket. You throw a head gasket on it and drive it forever.
Yeah.
It was stiff though. They lifted it with I think they put helper springs on it. It was the stiffest riding anything I've ever rode in. It's stiffer than my CJ5.
You think you're gonna build a lifted Honda Del Sol for the next Gambler 500? Hey, fan, you got that picture I sent you?
Nice.
Yeah.
Throw that up on the screen.
Which one?
That one I sent you with all the cars on the truck. It's on your phone. Never mind.
Yeah, Bubs. I had a buddy
I can't get to it on my phone.
who had a Samurai, and you could get in that thing, go down the highway, and you put it in neutral coast. And then if you stuck your arms out and cupped them big time on one side, it would actually start to pull you over a little bit. That's how like that part. If you just put your body out there and kind of cupped yourself up, it would make enough drag to make it gradually drift over.
They were lightweight.
Yeah, they were real lightweight, man. I remember he took it mud, and I had a friend who had a Daihatsu Rocky, and then he had the Samurai. This was out in New Mexico. They went mudding, and we're bouncing. He's bouncing along in his Samurai, and you just see him go burp, 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 and then the thing turn over and just fall into a little. It's on its side, dude. They had to pull him out, but yeah, I just fell over on its side. Oh, that's cool.
A Miata 4-wheel drive.
I like the Miata 4-wheel drives.
That's kind of cool, isn't it?
That whole day turned out pretty cool. This is what was sitting behind it. 57 Ford.
Nice.
Custom. And then
Somebody had some nice rides.
behind that, was sitting a 55 Chevy.
Ooh.
And right behind that was the Oldsmobile.
Nice. Well,
And then
guys,
go all the way to the front, and there sits I don't know what that is. I'm not familiar with those. Some kind of Honda or something. And then, right, I get my big fingers out of the way. Well, that pulled over too far. Right there sits another and under it. You got to
Man.
have something for the 4-wheel drive to fall off on.
All right.
Nice. Well, I gotta go eat some dinner, man. So I will holler at you guys. I'll be watching in.
All right.
So, like I said, I just want to show this one. Bubs, did you see that Joe Exotic picture of Lucci? I think he's getting cabin fever, man.
Yeah. Hey, John, how you doing, man? Glad you could come in and watch tonight.
Oh no, that's not all.
Yeah,
Hello, John.
that's my buddy John Edson, guys.
That's crazy.
Lucci Cabre broke Joe Exotic out of prison. All right, guys. Y'all have a good evening, man.
See you later.
I'll be here in that watching.
And back to 3.
3.
Well, you know what they say, John. If it has tits or tires, it's gonna be trouble.
Oh yeah.
And you don't park your Toyota pickup in the barn.
No.
That was a little naughty, wasn't it? Sorry about that.
Finally. Let me get you up here. There you go.
Yeah, that's sharp.
That's what I traded that Samurai for.
Yeah.
That
It was
looks something similar to what was down here.
I traded it to somebody, or I sold it actually. I don't know where that's from. That was a 80, 1980, 101-inch wheelbase stretch.
The one I kept trying to get a hold of up here, I was telling you about, that had
Yeah.
the cage and stuff on it. It had the bed shortened down on it. It still had a little bit of a bed, and it
Yeah.
was stretched. It was a nice setup. It had the full cage, plumbing around the whole cab and everything on it. Interior skeleton.
I love that thing. I miss it. It was literally like an old school ghetto sled Cadillac going through the woods. Whatever you was running over, it was still just as smooth.
That's the way it should be.
You could drive it with one hand. It was hydro steer, full hydro steer, dual transfer cases, propane. It was nice. Suspension seats. Had the intake ducted into the glove box inside so that it wouldn't never suck water in unless you were sucking water in.
Yep.
Yeah, Etard was married and miserable whenever I had that. He never even got to ride in it. I stood it up on its tail end one day trying to climb up on a rock. The frame hit the ground and the cage and stopped us from rolling over. And my buddy said, you know what? If we flip this, it's just me and you out here. We ain't never going to flip it back over. So I backed off the rock and went on about our way. It was fun. I miss those days.
I need to see if I can get in before we can get to the steps. Who would lose? No, nobody. It's just
There's that picture.
I need to get in and see if we can get to the steps. See if they'll let us go down there and play down there.
I took that thing. That's the truck that me and my brother wanted to take it out, but I didn't have anything at the time that would pull it. And I didn't have a trailer that would hold it because my floor was rotted out. So we went to U-Haul and rented a truck and a trailer. And it looked like we were sponsored by U-Haul going to the woods because we had my rock crawler sitting on a U-Haul trailer pulled with a U-Haul truck.
Okay, that's Byron's.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
Trying to figure out this stupid camera. But yeah, that's Byron's there.
I took that Toyota out 2 or 3 times and I never found anything that would stop it. Which I didn't go in nothing major, but it did pretty dang good. I didn't build it. I rebuilt it. Some guy down in Georgia built it And then I brought it home and took everything apart and fixed it the way I liked it and painted it.
Yeah, it's been interesting this week.
Yeah.
Every time I've went out, I've either choked to death, except for the day I went outside and forgot my mask. Didn't take my sinus medicine or nothing.
Well, if you can run across one of these like this, that N95 mask.
Yeah.
Dude. I weed eated and everything the other day, and it didn't even bother me. They work.
I got some cheapo masks, but
I've got one here, summer's my painter's mask I've been wearing when I
Yeah.
do something like that. Next time I'm going to go to Walmart, I'm gonna put my Tyvek suit on, a pair of them blue doctor gloves that comes up to your elbows, and my painter's mask on, and walk in
There you go.
there you go.
and watch everybody go. Bing!
Well,
That'd be
according to the CDC's new rules for essential workers, we're supposed to wear a mask at all times at work,
Mm-hmm.
and they're supposed to take our temperature as soon as we get to work, and shortly after we're there. And
I think Sharon's is 4 or 5 times a day she has to take
Yeah.
her.
that's the new CDC rules.
you tell them that demand they take a rectal temperature.
That's what I told them the first time they said it. I said, "Go ahead,
Mm-hmm.
have at it."
Yeah, Byron, I'm sure she makes you wear a mask all the time.
What kind of mask? That's the question.
Is it the Lone Ranger mask and a set of pistols on the side and nothing else?
That's
John
it.
Wayne?
Ouch. I better hush. She'll be sending me some wicked pictures here in a minute
I don't know.
of her shaking her fist at me. A paper bag. Oh, okay.
Hey, whatever it takes to get it done, right?
Oh,
Man. Yeah. H.R., what are you doing? Just hanging out in the chat?
I don't know what he's doing. I haven't even talked to him today, believe it or not.
there you go, guys. I throwed her back up again in the stream.
I talked to him once earlier. He was just now taking the boys out to ride, and I'd say they probably just now came in.
Awesome. I was surprised at how good that bike sounded with that lawnmower muffler on it.
I know, right? It's so
Very
quiet.
good. Yeah.
If you ever want to see if your valves need to be adjusted, all you got to do is put one of them on there, because you can hear every little tick.
John
could
said
hear
he
it.
was tested Friday. They put a strip up his nose through the sinuses to the back of it, back of the sinuses, and it only took 5 seconds.
Well, I'm glad you got it negative.
Dang Skippy.
Because some places there's not many people that got it. Other places there's a whole bunch.
All right.
All right. Let me add Byron. Welcome to chat.
Hey, what's
man.
up?
Oh, Byron,
Hey, how's it going?
doing well. I wasn't doing well earlier.
Oh,
Hi.
me either. I had a heck of a day.
You
Same
know
here.
it's Saturday night. I'm going to aggravate you till you get to feeling better.
I was working on my welding rig all day today, and I paid a reputable shop here in Montana to do these motor mounts that are built by Ruby's. I think it's called Ruby's Performance. They're
Yeah.
heavy duty polyurethane, double bolted motor mounts. On the driver's side, they didn't tighten any bolts up whatsoever. All the bolts backed out of the block and everything, and so it ended up tweaking the mounts enough to where it actually flexed and chipped the paint off. And so it took me honestly probably honestly like 3 hours altogether just to get that driver's side button back up. And then I started changing my up pipes and down pipes, or down pipe, and that is a mess. If anybody ever asks you to do that, just unless
No.
you have plenty of time and you want your arms to look like that and your hands to look like that, that
There's
is
the
rough.
EGR delete on them. I hate that part of it too.
The EGR was so easy. It's to get the down pipe and the up pipes off without pulling the cab. You have to pull your transmission dipstick tube, and it goes like 5 inches, probably 5 inches deep into the transmission panel on that Allison. And then you have to take the heat shield off the turbo. You have to there's 2 or 3 heat shield bolts on the down pipe. And then you have to pull the exhaust loose. And then I finally got to the point where I could work on the up pipes. First 3 bolts broke off in the manifold. And so that's when I sit and stared for a while.
Yep, I'd have been mad at that point.
Yeah. I sit there and stared at it, and I said I'll start on it in the morning.
Sometimes that's best.
It's one of those times when I wish I wasn't being cheap and paid someone to do it.
Right now, it pays to be cheap.
It does. That's why I was doing it.
I had some bolts the other day. I had turn them a little bit, turn them back, turn them a little bit, turn them back, spray them. You know, it's on and on and on until they get it. Because I knew it was going to break. You could feel it stretch, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a couple like that on the 4-wheeler when I was working on it.
What drove me crazy is I got the oxygen and acetylene out and heated the manifold, not the bolts, but heated the manifold. And impacted them first, and they weren't budging, so I went and grabbed the pull handle, and that's when stuff went south.
Yeah, it don't take long when you have to do that.
But I think the manifolds at the parts store are like $300 to buy both manifolds, and you can get to both of them through the inner fender welds without really doing a whole lot. I don't really feel like drilling and tapping, mainly because my tap set's in Georgia.
I'll be right back, guys.
Fan, did you ever change the speed sensor on the Ford Windstars?
They suck.
Probably.
They suck.
I
They're
was trying to think of where it was.
just far enough away so you can't reach it from either side.
I know we used to have problems with some of the Ford trucks that had them in the rear top of the rear end back there.
Right.
Had more than one sensor, make them not shift right, and speedometer not work. And
That's what they'll do.
I'll tell you a hard thing to change on the Windstar is the power steering pump. If I'm not mistaken, you have to have somebody on top and you have to be on bottom to do it.
Never changed one of those.
I think it was the power steering pump.
I changed the transmission without pulling the motor one time, and that was a terrible, terrible ordeal. I still got a bad shoulder from that.
I bet so.
You ever seen a standard shift one?
Mm-mm.
Windstar or Aerostar?
Windstar.
Windstar, okay. I thought you said Aerostar at first.
Never said Aerostar. I always thought I had one.
They had the big stick coming way up out of the floor.
I did have a Celebrity. Remember those? Chevrolet Celebrity.
Yep.
Little 4-door car that had a stick shift put in it.
Have the 2.8 or the Iron Duke?
Oh, Doug.
Right.
Was it a 2.8 V6 or the Iron Duke?
I can't remember. I know it had a stick shift in the floor.
Hey, Doug.
Somebody put a stick shift in it. I know it wasn't factory.
What's up, man? Hey, Lonesome.
Hey,
Hey,
man.
Buds.
What's up, Doug?
Not much of anything. What's up with y'all?
Just hanging out.
Eating my nightly ice cream.
Windstars. Windstars will do head gaskets for days.
And
Well, I think this
Buckhead.
is the one that had.
Well, I'm sitting up here in Livingston, Alabama, with a friend of mine.
Oh man,
With a friend of
where'd Byron go?
You're sitting up there with a friend of yours? Are you in the hospital?
No. I'm up here visiting.
Oh,
Going back home tomorrow.
Good deal.
Came up here Friday. Wife chased me out of the house. She says, "You need to go get out of the house." So,
Are you practicing social distancing while you're visiting?
hey, Bubs. Here, I'll show you what our social distancing is.
Is that a gazebo?
Right?
Got old boy up here playing some music. Got this old boy up here playing music and sitting up underneath the gazebo with a fire in the middle of it.
Good
Yeah.
time.
Neighbors were kind of doing that last night up till about midnight, playing music and.
Mhm. I'm right here next to the Tennessee River.
Cool.
Don't drink the water.
That's California, man.
No.
Oh, I was Byron.
It's 30-foot boat. And they were going tooling down through the middle of the channel. Something they hit, knocked a foot slap off from it, the transit slap off from it. They said when they brought the boat to shore and put it up on the trailer, the motor was dragging behind it with the hoses and the cables.
Oh, good grief.
There you go.
They hit something right in the middle of the channel. Don't know what they hit. Mm-hmm.
Ain't no telling.
$14,000. $14,000 for the motor. That's not.
There's a lot of garbage floating in that
That's
river
not
right now.
counting the transit and all the damage to it.
All right, John, we'll holler at you later. You have a good night and be safe out there when you go to work.
All right, John. Thanks for coming in.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter, y'all.
Yeah.
Happy Easter.
Boats are
I
expensive.
started to say
Anything to
reach
do with
over
them.
and give Mama a big hug, but you can't do that because she's at another house.
Yep. We just got done eating drunk chicken, cabbage, corn, barbecue, vegetable on skewer. Do what, sir?
I was asking Byron if she fell asleep over.
No, not yet. She just laid down. She's watching a movie.
I'll tell her I said she's
Yeah, I
going to have
guess-
to start setting up the live streams anyway.
She's stuck on her phone watching TikTok.
Oh, God. I deleted my TikTok account. I couldn't get nothing done. I was too busy laughing.
I don't have that one.
I'm fixing to delete a bunch more.
I stopped going on there because I felt like a pedophile.
Yeah. Bunch of little bitty teeny boppers running around.
No, with half no clothes on.
I know.
No.
You must have been watching them little girls dance then.
click on.
So that's going to be your clutch.
Yeah, it's throwing me a fit. I don't know if it'll work.
What about if you reverse the handle on it and put it on? Well, it's gonna be the
It's
same
the same.
difference.
I thought about that.
There's not supposed to be another piece that welds down to the shaft below that, or your cable goes through where it pulls it.
It seems like there should.
I'm just wondering if you can't take a washer and weld on the shaft below that,
That's
and run your cable up to it, and that way you can pull it.
yeah.
Just drill a hole in that washer and put your adjuster on it off of a motorcycle or something.
Yeah.
All right, holler at Beard and ask him how he sets them up. Didn't he do one like that?
I mean, I could get another one that they make that I could see it working the way they're designed. This one was free, and
Hey, free's always good. You can figure it out.
Yep.
I don't know. It may work after I put it on. I just can't see.
E-Chart says he has ideas. It'll work.
I've sit there seriously like this. Probably 6 hours today total.
Picturing it in your head.
Trying to picture how it would work.
They hadn't got that clutch on backwards, have they? The whole bar itself, taking it off and swapped it around, have they?
I thought that, but even if you switch it around, it's the same process. Only difference is instead of this piece angled up a little bit, it's angled down a little bit on the side.
What's it going on?
It's going on the shift part.
Oh,
It's a clutch lever part. I may just break down more of those. It won't work.
I'm going to.
And see this?
Yeah.
That hole where the cable is beveled on both sides.
I'll tell you what to do to that thing, Bugs.
What's that?
That bolts onto your mount that's already on the steering wheel. You drill a hole through it, and it'll go on backwards to where you're looking at it. You got a shaft that goes into the top of a pin that goes through it, your steering wheel sets on. Just a little short shaft with a steering wheel mount. That's why they got that big hole through the side of it and hollow on the back. If you got a pretty shaft, you can add to it.
Most of them look just like this, similar to this, but it's got a bracket right here that your cable goes, and another bracket back here that holds your cable, and it just pulls. I don't know.
You'll figure it out. That ain't supposed to be a frame for all that in there to hold it in position.
And there may be more pieces to it. This is just all he had.
Okay.
He had 10.
Is it aluminum handle?
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. There. Screenshot.
This one seems like it's set up the right way.
Yeah. That one will work.
yeah, I got it. It pulls through that adjuster. Yeah.
Yeah, because the wheel rails on your side, and then the cable comes up to the bottom. But yours is kind of set up the lever from the other side.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why they did that in particular.
Too bad you couldn't change the pivot point on it.
I can.
All I gotta do is get it to work semi, because you only use it for starting and stopping. Because those motors have sequential shift, so you don't need it.
Does anybody know anything about centrifugal clutches with adjustable weights, like the magnet stuff?
What are you playing with?
It's like those bully.
Yeah, that's what they look like, the pulley pullers. Is that what you said?
Yeah, the bullet collector. Yeah.
Yeah, these. I mean, there's little arms, and as you gain RPMs, they tip out
Mm-hmm.
and put pressure on that clutch.
Like the ones in the scooter.
And I have beaten my head against the wall on this razor. I've added weight every which way you can, big to little, little to big, and I cannot put power to the ground.
I'll be back, guys.
All right, man. I think my internet is trying to go south on me.
I was wondering where the distortion was coming from. I was trying to find his paddle shifter and see if it had something missing.
Oh,
Okay.
That one was the closest I've seen.
this welding truck's keeping me from even doing the project I want to be working on.
Yeah, you racer.
No, that Cummins I traded around and got a month or two ago. I want to build a flatbed and stuff for it, but I just I was actually going to document all that, but I just between this welding truck and work, I haven't had time to. And then last Sunday, I had some friends that are up here. Well, actually, they're gone right now, but they were up from Georgia, and so we went out shooting and stuff.
Oh,
You got a project like that, you have to get away from it every once in a while.
Yeah,
If you work on machines all the time, and you don't want to go home and work on machines sometimes.
that Dodge, I'm not burned out on it yet because I just got it. But this Chevy, I don't.
What's wrong with your Chevy?
Oh, just the up pipes and that motor mount and stuff that I was telling you guys about earlier.
Oh, yeah.
It's just one of those deals. That's what I was telling my buddy. He had his Power Stroke in the shop, and I was like, "There's a reason I never owned a V8 diesel until now. They're too compact for me." I think I've owned like 7 different Cummins and never blink an eye when it comes to working on them.
Yeah, at least you got room for the Cummins.
Heck yeah. It's like, well, to me, working on those 4.0s and those Jeeps are easy. But I've done it, so.
I don't like the water pumps that they put the plastic propeller on them.
Yeah.
That's aggravating. And we bought a bunch of them like that. The heat, and people thought they would burn up. And, that's the first thing we've got to where we check right off the bat to see if that thing is stripped out.
I had one of those 4-cylinder Wranglers one time, like an 80, I think it was an 88 model, 4-cylinder 5-speed. And I put 3 water pumps on that thing, and I was exhausted. I was tired of messing with it. Come
Yeah.
to find out, they had been selling me one for a serpentine belt. Mine was a V belt, so it was spinning backwards and just ruining it every time.
Yep. We had one that it wound up having I think a cracked head and then cracked cylinders.
Oh wow!
So they fixed it and fixed it and fixed it, you know, and it still heats. Like mind blowing.
Was that a 318 or a 4.0?
That was a 4.0.
Was it?
And those are good motors. They're really good.
I've abused many of those things. I actually got to blow my first one up 3 years ago. Amy and I were out playing, and I knew that the oil pressure was low, and it kept running hot. And I was like, "Yeah, this motor's done." So we finished it off that day. Limped it out of the woods on about 2 cylinders.
Oof. They're stout though.
Yeah, they are. The motor in the last Jeep, the one that's I put videos up of, that XJ on my little channel.
Yeah.
That motor actually came out of 300,000 mile Jeep, and the guy had broke the bolts off in the motor mount because he had just crammed random bolts in there, and they never tightened up, so they play and snap the heads off.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I tried drilling them out, and I messed that up from the start, and so I ended up building a whole motor mount that tied into like your alternator brackets or your serpentine brackets, and then it tied into a couple of random bolt holes on the back of the block. And Amy and I beat that Jeep. We went to Alabama, went to Moab, Utah. We played around here, and I never broke that motor mount I built for it. And
Just
that Jeep still runs to this day.
Lonesome, does that come in the system or mine?
Do what, fan?
Is that distortion coming through my system or yours?
I don't hear it.
Your internet scattering up on
Okay.
mine too. It sounds like it's back talking
Yeah.
through my headphones.
And it sounds like we're talking through bad walkie-talkies.
What about now?
This sounds okay now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds good now.
I think it might have been on your end.
I think it was on mine. I had my phone held between my knees.
That's
So
strange.
Yeah. I bet that's what it was.
Okay.
That sounds good now.
I should have just let you guys believe it was you guys the whole time.
We've had so many problems with ours, we would have believed it. Because
Yeah, as much.
we fought them and fought them.
Well, you can't control all of it. Like Amy, she bought me those Apple earpods for Valentine's Day and our anniversary, and some days I can be welding and grinding, and people barely even know I'm doing it. And then other times I'm going down the road in my pickup, and I got a door seal that leaked, and nobody can hear a word I'm saying.
Wow. So it's just kind of inconsistent on how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always buy these cheapos and they break on me.
Yeah.
We got James to sell those Apple earbuds, and his works real good. And they've disappeared now. He's lost them somewhere. Damn it,
Hey,
keep be losing.
That is super easy to do, especially little things that you care about like that. You'll try to set them where you won't lose them or whatever. So you guys seen the welding helmets that all the pipe welders wear? They're round and have that. Well, you shape them to your face. Well, mine was laying flat on the welding table the other day, and I just took my earpods out and stuck them in there. Didn't think anything else of it. Come back the next day, grab my stuff out of the shop to put my pickup because I had to go out to a job site. I get out to the job site, and go to throw that thing on, and I'm like, what was that? Something flew by my head. It was those AirPods.
Oh,
Just
man.
about lost them.
Yes, sir.
It doesn't take
I
much.
was looking at this paddle shifter.
No, you're looking at them.
Yeah.
Maybe you find it. Yeah, I had a set of Bluetooth ones, and I had one that kept acting up. I turned my head and it quit working. I'm gonna turn my head back and go to working. So I guess it had something wrong inside of it. I finally checked it. So I can't. I don't have much patience for these. And I went. Of course, I went and bought the cheap ones again, and they don't last about the second time you pull them out of your head when you snag them on something.
Yeah.
They quit. I can't use them with the phone because the microphone's the first thing that goes out on them.
Yeah.
So me and him would be talking, and he's sitting there like, hello? And
Yeah, complete loss of words.
I need to buy a good set.
I didn't
Anything
fight my
named
mind getting
branded
it
for
hooked to
so
the computer
expensive.
tonight.
What are you working on there? Still looking at shifters?
Yeah.
I thought you said turn it down. Oh,
That
sorry,
thing.
dog.
There's a paddle shifter. Okay, that would work. I wonder, flip it upside down and mount it and weld a steering wheel bracket on top so it pulls the right way.
Yeah, you could, I guess.
Oh,
Thing
man.
where- Go ahead. That's okay.
Oh,
Go
I
ahead.
was just aggravating Lonesome. That's all I was going to do for y'all.
Go ahead.
I was going to tell him none of that.
I'd seen where one of my running buddies bought a GoPro Hero 8. He's like, okay, I bought it. Now what do I do with it?
Yeah.
So that's what I was doing earlier. I was sending him stuff. Okay, buy an accessory kit. Buy you some extra batteries. You know.
I still ain't found my cameras and 2 other cameras, especially that 360 cam. It's disappeared. That last new camera I got for Christmas, it's disappeared.
That's got to be in your case.
I looked through the case; it ain't there. I've had to take them out and put them up summers. I just don't know where.
You still have a memory card up there.
I've been hunting for the past 2 weeks.
You got like one of these about this size. It's actually smaller, I think. It disappeared on you.
It's here, summers.
You get that. Oh yeah, it's there. It'll turn up one day. It ain't no big
One
deal.
thing I will say for anyone that wants to buy a GoPro, buy 2 or 3 extra batteries and
Yes.
charger. I've never had anything kill a battery so fast in my life.
I got 3 extra batteries in mine.
Yeah.
And get on Amazon and buy the cheap accessory kit. There ain't no sense in buying the expensive ones.
No, that's all I bought too. They're almost the same quality.
Yeah, and there's like $25 and you get everything.
My accessory kit's gone too.
I don't know where it would go.
I've had to put it up somewhere. I thought I
We
might
started-
put it in the other case, but I went through it and all I found in it was wrenches and screwdrivers.
We started carrying 2 GoPros with us. Luckily, I didn't have to buy 2 of them because one of my good buddies had his already. So we'll just carry 2 GoPros everywhere. So when one dies, you just turn
Just
the
pick
other
up
one
on the other one. Yep.
Yeah. That would just help if I could edit and do all that good stuff, which I haven't tried.
The editing it takes a little while. If you're on an iPhone, you can use iMovie like our friend Dorito when he was on here. He used to use his iPhone completely, and so did Etar.
Wow.
Are you on iPhone?
Yep.
I thought so because of the quality of your video.
That right there.
Yeah.
That's what I've used to film most of my videos with. One of these.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Samsung. I've yet to make one with it, with the new one.
Yeah. Etar, he filmed. He had I think it was called a Yi Action Cam that he used some, but most of it was all edited with his phone. And then Doritos, all his videos were edited. Older videos were edited with his phone. But there's free stuff out there. But a lot of people like the iMovie. I never used it, but I don't use Apple, so
I haven't either.
iMovie should be on your phone.
It probably is.
I haven't opened it. Well, I downloaded the GoPro app and everything, and I was like, okay, this will be simple. No.
Nothing about GoPro simple.
No.
I wonder if I put them in the building with the drone.
Might have.
That may be where them things is at.
What I always do is accidentally touch something and it goes into camera mode and it'll take a whole bunch of still pictures. I think I'm recording video. I've had to do that too a bunch. And every once in a while, you'll start recording and it'll just stop.
Yeah. I think since I'm not having to work on taxes now and even since they gave us all these extensions,
yeah,
I have some really cool videos from our last trip to Idaho. Well, it had been the time before last, actually. And we climbed way up in elevation. I think we climbed like 2,000 feet that day on the snowmobiles. And when we got up there, it was like 4 inches of frost on all the trees, and they're the real skinny pines, so it's beautiful. And so I turned it on. We come into this skinny trail that's just long, and the sun's at the end of it. It's just beautiful. So I really, really want to get those up. And then we got some stuff that Amy jumps off the snowmobile, and she's literally up past her waist in snow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I don't know how good those videos are because I had her turn my camera on and kind of eyeball the angle for me. Mm-hmm. And she didn't know she had to tighten the nut up on the side.
And it flipped over?
Well, I hit a tree, so it tipped up. It's probably some good cloud.
It'll still be good on the video, though. When you hit it. I wonder what happened to Lonesome. There you are. I thought maybe you jumped up to go down and see about your videos. Hitting the cheese dip?
No, this is the avocado salsa.
Mm-mm-mm.
Y'all
He's got some food. We're having to sit here hungry.
Yeah, starving to death. I hadn't eaten in 2 days.
You haven't slowed him down none, did it?
Over, I feed you. Oh, man.
You snack like that while you're at work?
Mm-hmm.
What keeps him moving?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Amy put me on a diet about 2 months ago, and I was actually eating more on the diet than I was off of it.
But you was eating different food.
Kinda. We were still having pretty unhealthy dinner, so.
They weren't that unhealthy.
Uh-oh.
Okay, Coca-Cola. This is Lonesome's Garage, and we need a sponsorship.
Yeah.
Call him. Get in contact with him.
Oh, I got. I hadn't heard back from what I was talking to you about last night. The only thing
You will.
I did hear back from them was we'll check and see what's got to be done.
Cool. What happened to Doug? I must have been typing a message to my old buddy.
He said his he had bad internet there where he was at, and he
Yep.
was just garbling with him.
Well, I think it's slow for most people who are on cellular right now.
Man,
What flavored chips you got?
these are the Tostito originals.
Oh, those are the best.
All right, man. We need to go back out Midwest.
Hmm?
We need to go back out Midwest and go into that Denny's out there we stopped at. That big old
Do we have to? I didn't think I did anything wrong.
Hey, that was some
That
good
food
eating
wasn't
in
too
that.
bad. And it really was. We didn't eat too bad the whole time, if I remember right.
No, we eat pretty good. Well, one place it was pretty bad, but bad on the price.
Oh, yeah.
You'll find those traveling, especially if they got good reviews.
Hmm. Well, the food was good at that place. It was expensive.
We
For
only
breakfast.
lived one.
Yeah,
We went in there and ordered. It was a pretty good sized breakfast, though.
it was. And we needed it. We'd been living on cold cut sandwiches and the taco place.
Everything up here is inflated. It's super expensive for any food at any restaurant. I bet our McDonald's is $2 or more for a meal.
Man. Yeah, ours is getting pretty high. I hadn't bought anything in a while from them because of it. It's just for fast food. I mean, the worst kind of food you can get, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, as far as nutrition wise. But
I stopped at Dairy Queen and bought 2 6-piece chicken tender meals and a hamburger, and it was $38.
yeah,
Wow.
I'm out. At that price, I'm out.
So, speaking of food, now that you got me thinking about it, Mr. Lonesome, have you guys had a cereal shake from Steak and Shake?
Mm-mm.
They literally put cereal in a milkshake and blend it up, so you're getting your cereal and milk all at once. And
That sounds awesome.
Just drink it.
Lots of sugar.
It's wonderful.
Sounds awesome.
So if you're ever driving by one and you're a little hungry, and you have to try one of those. I don't like any other food from there, but that's good.
I like Steak and Shake. We just don't get around one very often.
That's me too.
Missouri, I think, is the closest one that I know of. Up at Branson.
We used to stop at one south of Nashville.
Pretty good food.
I go down to the one at Woodstock every time we get a chance. And it's got a, I don't remember what they called it. Spaghetti chili.
That sounds good.
It is pretty good. And then they got down there, if you'll ask them, they'll make you them little stick French fries. You know how tiny they are.
Mm-hmm.
They'll cover them up in beef and cheese and onion and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like that. Throw in
Some
some
loaded
jalapenos.
fries.
Mhm.
Yeah, that sounds good. I can't remember what I eat when I go to that place.
You know
Every
what I
few
get
years,
most-
anyway.
You know what I get mostly, don't you, Fan? The biggest
Me?
strawberry milkshake I can find.
Oh yeah,
It's sad when you pull
nothing
up.
wrong with
to the-
that.
When you pull up to the drive-through window at Dairy Queen, they recognize your voice and they go ahead and put you down for an extra large strawberry shake before you even order. Bad
That's
turtle
great.
milk.
That's how I got at this
Yep.
this Mexican restaurant up here. It's like a buffet style. They'll make the burritos in front of you or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and they got to the point where they just tell me what I was going to have that day. Say okay.
Now the one up here, I always order street taco carcinata,
Yeah.
and then I order the guacamole, the fresh guacamole, which has got avocado, chunked avocado, tomatoes, onions, peppers, stuff like that in it.
Yeah.
It's high, but it is worth it. Sound like you
Man.
talking about, bud.
Yep. I'm fighting the chair battle. The chair's wearing me out.
I need something to drink. I have to go get some sweet tea.
All
This
this,
late at night.
all this food stuff.
Oh, I'm at my buddy's
Yeah,
house again.
I'm probably gonna go have a sandwich when this is over.
I'm thinking about going in there and cooking me some red hots.
Some what?
Red hot link sausages.
Oh. I thought you were talking about the candies.
No,
That's what I thought for a second. I was thinking, how do you cook those?
I like to blend them up, throw them in pancakes. That gives you your cinnamon right there, and just throw a little syrup and butter on them. You got them.
Man, you got a strong stomach. That's all I'm saying.
You know me, fan. I'm going to experiment with food.
I'm the same way, Scotty. I try all kinds of
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
I'm weird.
Like tonight, we made cooked and got some of the potato noodles, and you throw them in salt water and boil them in boiling water. They go down. When they float to the top, you take them up. They're done.
Huh.
And then I done white wine, onion, garlic, and beef with cumin and cayenne and turmeric, and cook that up, and then I put my spaghetti sauce in it.
I like adding sugar to my spaghetti sauce.
Stay up here.
Kind of gives it like a marinara taste.
Mm-hmm. I'll just make some from scratch and send up there to you next time I make a batch.
There you go. If the price of oil doesn't go back up, I might be visiting soon.
It'll go back up here in a month or two.
No, I am. Let's see. We for sure have a solid week of work left, but after that, it's kind of up in the air. Maybe they throw us some maintenance stuff or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
but probably not going to be full time for a while. So that being said, my buddy, he's wanting to drive down to Georgia too, so we may load up and I'll swing by and see you.
All right.
I've got to go pick up my other pickup. It's getting inspected not this week but next.
What do you need, Rascal? Oh man, that was a good.
I tagged you.
Jalapeno there.
I tagged you in a friend of mine's YouTube video he posted from somebody else. That's a 427 Ford with dual 4 barrels on it. Running on an engine stand.
That's a beautiful thing.
This sucker is, I mean, it's clean enough to eat off of. You can tell that somebody spent some bucks and some time.
I go walk horse. I'll be right back, man. He's ready to go to bed. I'll be right back, guys.
I am too.
Now,
Okay.
I've been in bed all day. Like me, you've been hurting all day.
If my internet holds.
All right, I'll be right back.
Yep. All day. Been in bed all day. I got out of bed to come in here.
Did you?
So I can make I ain't kidding. I had a bad day.
Feeling rough?
Hurt all over. That's a constant battle. It's all right. Just the way it is. Arthritis and stuff. Weather changing. When it hits me, it just
way. It's
yep. Feel it in my fingers usually first.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're a mechanic and welder, you know.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
It don't get better as you get older.
With our hobbies, man, it's just silly stuff too, and especially me. I'm still dumb sometimes. Like the other night, I said, "Well, I haven't tried to do a wall push-up in 10 years or whatever," so I got my feet up on the door and did a few of them, and all kinds of stuff started making noises. I was like, okay, I guess I'm too old to be doing this stuff now.
Yeah, it pops and crunches and creaks, and
yeah.
And in the next couple of days, you're like, man, why is my shoulder hurting? Yep.
My hands have gotten worse and worse.
Yeah.
I'm only...
These first two swell up pretty good in the knuckles.
Yeah. My, I'll be 29 in May, and my grandpa can testify. I've been working on something since as long as I could hold a wrench, just about it, and now I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Why did I start then?
Most everybody in this will be in here that way, worked on something for years and years and years, and 45, so next I'm 46. Oh, I forgot for a second. Anyway, try to forget it.
Yeah.
That's catching up with me over the last probably 10 years. Eyes changing, so I'm having to wear these things to read. And it's part of it, I guess.
In my profession, I know that day's coming too.
Yeah, when you get close to 40, they'll start changing. Depending, I don't know, it depends. Different people's eyes do different, but enjoy it while you got it, that's for sure.
Yeah. I try to not be an idiot sometimes, I'll tack in and stuff like that. I try to tack more with my hood down and stuff like that. Or if someone's welding beside me, I'll try to make sure to position myself, because it may not always burn my eyes. And I've had them burnt so bad where I couldn't even sleep.
Yeah.
And found some home remedies for that, but I do pretty well about not letting it happen anymore.
I was thinking my brother used to say potatoes. I think it was potatoes. You cut them, put them on your eyes.
Yeah.
Might have been.
Like cold or frozen potatoes, cut slices of them and stick them on there. Or icy hot on your cheeks works pretty good too. I don't know why or how.
That's strange. I never heard that one before.
What are you talking about? Migraines or burns to the eye?
Yes.
to the eyes.
Yeah. Oh, we was just talking about getting older and having your fingers swelling up and body aches and weather change and all that. You could feel it. And yep.
all the
Finger.
Yeah, sausage fingers. Yep. Yep.
all the kids are going to be leaving this. I think I'm changing professions.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with it. That's just you're gonna break down anyway. So
Oh yeah.
you gotta
Hey.
do something with your talents.
Anything that you move continuously or a lot, like think of all the people that are on the computer every day. They have half the same problems we do with their hands and stuff. They're just
Yep.
not cut up and dried out and burning.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Or like your family or wife or in-laws or whatever, something's hot to them and you just grab it.
Yeah, that's Amy.
Put it down, it's fine.
I'll reach in the oven and grab the pan and sit on the stove. She said, "We have hot mints." I said, "It's my fingertips." I was just using my fingertips.
Right? And you get burned enough times you don't notice it that much.
When I first got into welding professionally, one of my first jobs that I got to go do by myself because I was working for someone, they had taken this 15,000 gallon tank and mounted it to a like a lowboy trailer for a semi.
Mhm.
And what they would do is they would dig a hole and back the back two axles off in the hole. That way the frame just sits on the ground, and then they would fill it up. Well, one of the rookies decided he was going to try to move it halfway full of fuel. And yeah, that didn't work out well for that trailer. It ripped the back half off of it.
Man.
You know, the axles just hit the ground. And that thing was so covered in diesel fuel and stuff. And I welded and welded and welded, put huge fish plates on there. I was carrying 4x8 sheets of steel by myself. They were like 3/16. And, well, anyways, it was allergy season and I was taking medicine. Long story short, it gave me an asthma attack. I had to go to the hospital later that night. Didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
And here's my arms just covered in burns from that grease and oil splattering on me and causing the rod to splatter. And I just look at that nurse and I said, "I'm not a junkie, I swear." They're going to think I was, using needles or something.
Right? Because you had all the little spots all over. Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, honey, we know the difference." So, okay. Just making sure.
Yeah, I've done that a time or two too. I have been to the emergency room where it went under my jacket and burnt through into my britches.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there with a big old burnt downstairs, and you gotta get some relief. So you go to the emergency room and said, "What's wrong?" I said, "I'm burnt." "Where at?" "Look at your hands." I said, "Not there."
Yeah.
Last time I went, I took about a dime size of slag out of it.
Wow.
And but I've never seen this happen before. I said, "You've not welded professionally before."
I've had some close ones. I've had them where they've went down my shirt, big ones, and then I'll just have a line burned all the way across my body from where it rolled
Well,
all the way to the other side.
that hole right there in the side of my face.
Yeah.
I was up under a car welding exhaust with a acetylene torch.
Oh, jeez.
And I just had welded another rod on it so I could use the rod up before it.
Yeah.
And somebody come up, slapped beside the car. I raised up and bumped my head. When I did, I turned that rod around and burned it through my jaw.
Oh.
I spit the slag outside my face for about a month before that healed up.
Dang.
I've stabbed rod through my clothes a bunch of times and burnt myself, but I've never that brazen rod's a lot smaller too, diameter.
Well, I was up under there, just jacked up on couple of jacks in the jack stand like this trying to weld, and they slapped beside the
Yeah.
car. Oh, well, they found out real quick it better be running because I set the britches on fire with the torch.
My brother was a welder. I'm just learning still. I can do it a little. It don't look good, but usually if I got something serious to weld, I get him to do it because that's what he did for a long time. He
You
did
know,
it his way.
I tell half the people that half the battle's learning how to set your machine.
Yeah.
Especially with these wire feeds, these new wire feeds and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's half the battle is just knowing how to set your machine and don't be lazy. Clean. That's about.
Yeah.
99.9 of it's prep, and then the rest of it's making sure it gets in the right place.
Yeah.
And now that snap-on TIG welder I got, I need to get it out. I've used it one time since I bought it. Because I was going to do them racing frames for that guy on them drag cars, the rail jobs.
Yeah.
And right in the middle of we made the deal, and right in the middle of it, him and his wife got a divorce, and she got the business and wouldn't deal with him. So I basically lost $50,000 job right there.
Dang.
Wow.
I went out and spent $10,000 on a new welder to do the job with.
Man, that's crazy.
Yep. Anything that says snap-on on it's going to cost you.
Well, I got the water-cooled one too. I didn't get the air-cooled one.
Oh.
I got the good one.
Yeah. Those ones with the radiator, they're not. We have a big Lincoln that has a big radiator on it and cooling fans and everything, and it works well.
I want to get me I got a foot control. It wasn't supposed to come with the foot control. And when I opened the box up, I laid the brand new foot control included in the box. So I didn't say nothing about that. Foot control was $225.
Wow.
I don't think I'd have said anything about it either.
But
A good little.
You're supposed to be able to weld copper, well, just about anything with it.
I'm getting evicted from the bedroom. I guess I'll go to the kitchen now and be noisy.
Good night, Amy.
He said good night. I'll have to figure out the lobster.
Hey, don't know that.
There we go. It's probably better lighting anyways. And there's life support for my phone sitting right here.
Life support and a jug of tea, you're all right.
Yeah. A cool machine, and it's a little pricey, is well, I say it's cool. It's not a multi-process. It's just a decent little wire feed.
Yeah.
Lincoln has one that's called I think it's called a 180C.
Yeah.
But it comes with 2 cords, so you can run it 220 or 110.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not a huge machine, you know. It's a suitcase welder, but for I think they're like $700 or $800. They'll do a lot.
Well, that little suitcase one I got up there, I give $900 for it, and then another $125 for the kit to change it to run gas on.
Yeah.
And it's everything in it is the same as the big machine. It's got the same computer board and everything in it.
Oh crap! I'm breaking my buddy's stuff. Whoops.
That ain't good.
It's one of those old dimmer switches that you push in and scroll to turn the lights on and off and stuff.
Yeah.
I popped the knob off of it.
Get
I
the
thought you
super
had a-
glue, put it back on quick.
Oops.
Oh, it didn't break. It just slid off. I'm rough on stuff.
Oh man. Yeah. Well, we ain't got nobody watching us, guys, so I guess we'll wipe it out for the night.
All right.
I'll shut down the live stream anyway.
Sounds good to me.
Oh,
Y'all have a good
All right.
evening. Have a good
Yeah.
Easter.
yeah. Everybody have a good Easter that was in
You
here.
too. Thanks for coming in.
John, Dorito, Breezy, Colt Mudmowers, Mama Sweener, Doug Sweener, which is about my mowers. Let me go back up the list here. Pan, Etard, Dorito, Evan, the paid tourist. Thank you for coming in, man. Let's see who else we got in here. Drifty Stevens, thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming on the panel, guys. Let's see who else. Wig, can't forget Brother Wig out there. Thank you for
Yep.
dropping in, Wig.
When this mess settles down, he'll be back out on the show, I'm sure.
Bat out of hell racing. Salute, brother.
Batman.
We've had a pretty decent stream tonight, guys, and I just want to thank even the ones that's watching. Thank you for coming in. Oh, John Edson. John, thanks for coming by, joining us. No, I don't. And everybody else that watched. I know a lot of you out there watches and don't say nothing in the chat or anything. A lot of them haven't got YouTube channels. But thank you for coming in. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. If you get a chance, give us a thumbs up if you can. We enjoy our weekend chats and stuff. And we got some new stuff coming on soon, I hope.
Yep.
Yep, smash that like button. Appreciate
Good night,
it.
Dorito.
Night, brother. And if nothing else, while you're sitting at home, you can get outside. Get out there and play with something. Get out, do something. Just stay away from the neighbors. There's my little baby. All right, to everyone that's joined in, watched some of it, watched part of it, watched all of it, thanks for stopping in. Good night from me, Lonesom's Garage. That's fan1701 and Mr. Byron Fraser on the bottom. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
And the bro.